Alright, hello everyone. Back in Quakeworld again. We found some early morning games here. 2-on-2. With Henu against Bullet and Maltas. Yep.
Milo.
Both here. What is super weak? One half. Fuck.
Gone low. Ah, fuck. Still at low. Suunnittele.
One dead low. Wasn't the quad?
Suunnittele.
The quad is not weak anymore.
Laitele. Haime guys up. Quad is under quad.
Big rocket up.
One at low.
Going mega up. One tele.
I'm at high now.
My red behind.
One
But it's
under
really
quad.
soon.
I'm at quad.
And dead under. Nice.
Oh, you fuck. Didn't realize you were there.
My tele. One at mid.
I'm at low.
Mid dead.
Very nice. My box.
One high mega. Mid now, but go slow. They were both at tele. Holy crap.
Weak at high.
Both at mid. I can't go.
You take box.
No. Weak tele. Going through. Enemy got the tele.
I'm a bit late. My attack.
Enemy quad. Dead.
Nice. Took the back.
Both dead low. And no. There's a guy.
Fuck.
What the fuck? Kill it. It still didn't come through. I took the mag. Okay.
Batted and low. One under quad. One low. One at low.
Quad.
One at red mega. I'm at box. One at box. Took some damage.
Under quad.
My tele.
Nice.
I need some help. One at bat. One at tele. Coming tele one. One at bat. Low.
Kill low. 200 behind.
One at tele. I have to jump to high. High now.
Bullet kill behind.
Weak at high.
I will wait for the mega
One high,
behind.
both high. One going mega.
Ate a rocket. Two. Kill the mega.
My
Where
box.
are you?
One at
going.
NG. I'm at tele. My tele. One here.
Taking red and coming to quad.
I'm coming low. One at high. One at bad. Weak. I'm at NG. Enemy in.
I'm super weak with quad at mid.
One at tele. They got tele. I'm at bad.
Oh! I'm in box. Up.
Killed one low. He spawned
The mega.
behind. I can't go there. It's 7 HP.
Guys. 58.
I'm at
Oh. I'm going for the high
my
mega.
box.
Tele up if you need it.
I need health. I have red.
Enemy at mid. Probably 200, 200.
I'm at high board.
Kill.
You take, I have weak. And you are good.
Be careful. Guy in red.
He should be weak now. Oh, hold the squad. One low.
I'm dead.
One low. I'm at box. Dead.
Oh. Pass.
I'm at tele. Enemy at tele. He's at high.
Kill
Enemy
low.
high mecca. One at NC waiting for me.
I'm red mega.
My box.
I'm red.
Both here. I'm stuck.
Mega as well.
Yeah, stuck in here.
Killed under quad.
I'm jumping. And
Enemy quad.
enemy at war.
Killed.
Nice. I'm at low. One at low now. I'm at tele.
I'm going mid. Enemy at mid.
Okay.
One weak. One
High
dead.
tele.
One low.
High mecca is high.
Tele killed.
One at
And dead.
my mega.
My box. I think they shouldn't have mega anymore. Oh,
Pick at pick. Enemy tele. Not low.
help quad.
Yeah, I'm coming
Weak
back.
guys here. Nice.
I'm at NG. One at back. 100 quad. Get up, get up. I'm at tele. Enemy box.
One mid.
My tele.
Mid killed.
Under quad.
Nice paid. Oh, I died. Getting tele.
Took some damage under quad. Hold the NG.
Yeah, I'm going high mega. Back there.
Oh.
Oh, well, a new one. Enemy through.
Coming from back. One at back.
One
Weak
killed at
at back.
quad.
At box now. I'm tele. My tele.
Whoa! Holy shit. High 200, 200. I'm coming NG from mid.
I'm in tele now.
Yeah, enemy through. Coming.
One at peak. My tele.
One high rocket. I'm going box.
100 quad, one high. Coming tele.
Weak. Both under quad. Both relatively weak. Both dead. They got the pack.
Should be weak, can't jump. One big, coming now.
Kill.
One
My
big.
quad.
I'm at low. One big. One behind.
One mid. Killed mid.
Big low. My red behind. One low.
One killed NG.
Rockets.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
I could play a lot better. But yeah, wasn't that bad.
Yeah, considering the opposition. Good morning, everyone. Here I am streaming. Good intuition there, Devogen. Early morning for Quake. And here we are with a very nice 2-2 against Bulat and Maldas. Usually it's so difficult to find games like this. I didn't even have time to show you the highlight from yesterday. Also courtesy of Dev. Surprise, surprise. Once again, but I will show it to you later. If and probably when we don't have opponents anymore. Last night I was talking to the guys from 020. And it seems like they might be joining the 4-4 ladder with Shaka, Grego, and I don't know whom else. They were discussing about asking former C88 guys, maybe Maldas here or MM, and also Skilla seemed to be very interested in playing, although his problem is that he usually plays very late in the night. And seems like Fraggers United is going to join the ladder as well. And now, just now, before we started playing, I talked to Bulat and told him to ask the Russians. It would be really nice to have the Russians in the ladder, because I know that they are very good in the custom maps. Right.
Oh, Dev.
Short.
Enemy low.
Enemy under quad.
Killed the low.
Nice, both here, both here.
Coming, I'm coming. My box.
Fast, 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 fast. Nice! Oh, I died.
My quad.
Help Telly.
Coming, coming. One going low. Oh fuck, one low. Under quad, one low. Enemy Telly.
Wee. Armor is not spawning anytime soon there either. He went through telly.
Low.
I could make a shortcut.
Okay.
Take out the box. Weak NG guy. So weak. I'm coming, telly.
Okay.
Well.
One up big.
I'm going box. Oh, he's here already.
My mega.
Back
Wait,
here.
back. If I get big, I will get it.
No one spawned here. One behind. At
One
least.
big.
Yep. Fall back. Fall back.
You got one day.
Yeah,
Directly.
go through telly. Go through telly.
Okay.
Ah, one NG.
Why did I?
I need
One hard.
rockets. I need rockets.
I'm weak. I left back big. Okay.
Killed.
One at low. My red mega.
One box.
Is it window here?
Yeah, one coming for you.
Killed him. Could be weak. One
Kill.
point tele. He got that armor.
One at
He
mid.
went through. Killed the guy low. One there. I'm waiting tele.
My mega. Both mid.
Bye tele.
Both dead mid. What? One killed under quad. He's aggressive. Quad 13.
Enemy box. Bye tele. He's a tele now. Killed him. I'll go for next ball. Enemy left bad, killed him.
Nice, nice, nice. One kill behind.
My
Just
box.
200, 200.
15.
Both killed low. One killed low. They got low.
Empty.
They got both low.
Okay.
Both
Both.
coming back, I think.
Box is really
Killed.
one at low.
Where are you? Okay.
My dela. High mech right now.
One NG. Coming through, coming through.
Killed him. My high mega. Just the back. One at lava trap.
One in box.
Killed the lava trap guy.
Box guy weak. Rocket up. They both have rockets at NG and both are weak.
My stuff at behind. Coming from back.
Nice. My mega up. One coming low from
Yeah,
the
I'm here.
mid.
And he spawned under quad.
One more, one more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
killed.
Nice. One at high.
When was quad?
13.
Okay, coming soon.
Roughly 13.
One at big.
Can't be earlier than 13 at least.
Coming.
One at quad, one at quad.
One behind, one behind. Coming box.
Enemy quad, weak, weak, weak. Died. Holy shit. I'm coming, Kelly.
You like? One at
One path.
I'm coming low. Still behind our enemy.
I think they have high.
100 quad. I'm coming
Yeah, they
behind.
have high, man.
Weak at tele. Really weak. Going both sides.
Counter box is safe. Still at tele, I think.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
killed.
low.
Both dead.
I'm low. You guys just see if I'm on the quad now.
I'm at quad. Yeah. One at NG, maybe path.
Yeah.
One coming low from mid. More.
Fuck.
I'm at low now.
My tele. Enemy tele.
Killed under quad.
I'm at both.
Weak under quad. One of them, yeah. One more. This is not weak though.
Coming. Now he's weak. Coming behind.
Careful with mid. One in box. Nice. One coming through.
No, I'm ready. Oh.
Almost. Killed low.
Hi, enemy here.
Yeah. Strong enemy.
Big now.
Kill.
Hi. Enemy under quad.
High mega.
NG now.
Probably red mega spawning soon.
Both.
One dead. Both dead.
My red mega.
Why is he not taking the rocket? One going low.
Got it.
One mid.
My red mega. One at low.
My box.
My red mega. Weak at
Both at
behind.
low. Killed. Killed
One
behind
at
mega.
NG.
Both at mid. Nice. Did he try to squeeze me?
Maybe.
One at quad. One at high. Nice.
Back in the quad.
Yeah, both at NG.
Can you short?
Yeah, back here. Back here.
No. One at tele.
Both killed low.
I'm at high. Weak at high.
Killed high.
Oh my.
Ah, no 50. Nice streak there in the end. That was solid. Almost 10,000 damage. And only 6 deaths as well. Well, okay. Dev dealt 3,000 damage. How is that even possible? He even got 1 quad. I mean, usually he's a lot better than this. But of course his ping is horrible and he doesn't fancy DM too much with that ping, but... Anyway, I would expect him to deal at least 5,000. But maybe it was a rough game. But Moldas dealt a lot of damage, but still didn't get any frags. Or any, but he got 16, which is not too bad normally in DM2, but in a game like this it just wasn't enough. Eno, did you check the armors and mega healths we took?
No.
We took only 16 reds, and they took 23, and we took also less mega healths than they did. But then,
Yeah.
on the other hand, we took 27 yellows, while they took only 12.
Got 9 watch.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
I think I only took 1, yeah, and I bored it.
No, I haven't seen the new Marvel series. Okay, good to know. I will give it a try. I was actually very positively surprised by the... was it Daredevil series? It's been already a couple of years since it came out, but that was pretty good. I haven't had too much time to watch anything lately. I like to watch series. I don't watch almost any movies. Somehow... I don't actually know why. Because on one hand, movies would be so much easier because they are so much shorter in the long run. You just watch a movie, takes roughly 2 hours and that's it. And movies can tell so great stories within those 2 hours. But then again, I don't know, I somehow like to get invested in the characters and really follow their endeavors more. So maybe that's why I like series more. And I don't mind low production values at all. Unless unless a movie or a series has low production values, but they still try to somehow emulate or imitate Hollywood productions, meaning that they will use some very cheap 3D effects and CGI, and it just makes everything look so bad. But if people know what they're doing, it's not really about the money. Of course, you need some money, but you can make great movies with very low budget, it seems. Or series for that matter. Okay, sounds good. I will give this Legion a try. Sounds very good. Alright, he was actually faster than 10 minutes. Must be the first time in Quakeworld history when someone says that he will be back in X minutes and he actually comes back faster than that. Favorite movie would be probably Terminator 2: The Judgment Day.
Sorry.
On my telly.
Two, both here.
Goddamn, they got the quad killed.
Nice, I'm at low.
One at mid. Telly killed. One mid, one mid.
Fuck, he spawned behind.
One spawn mid.
He got there.
One killed low.
I'm still. My delay.
One super weak low, both are weak. One coming box though. He will get the box.
My high
Yeah.
mega.
Enemy coming through telly. Nice. I'm taking telly.
I'm doing it. Oh, one at big.
One NG, one NG. Killed.
Two rockets. Face. Coming here. Probably like.
One at mid.
My enemy at the lamp. I'll make it.
Back here maybe, under quad.
I'm going already. My delay.
One in path, one behind.
One at big.
Path dead. One at
Left
telly.
big. Nice. High mega is like 50. 51.
Box killed.
I'm under quad.
I'm super weak, I'm going telly. Or you can go, you can go.
Go, take it mega. Take it mega.
Oh, one at high telly.
One at the end, yeah.
Oh, destroyed him.
My box.
One under quad. Shortcut.
One at the left.
Okay. They got the mega. Under quad. Nice. Yep.
I don't. 5 head. 5 head.
Coming. Oh,
I
fuck.
didn't think that. I got the
Yeah, they're in box, they will get it. No chance of making it.
Okay, I'm at low.
Enemy quad, 200, 100.
I'm waiting at berries.
Killed.
I have low.
Killed both of telly. One at NG. Could be coming path. Yeah.
Killed him.
One coming from mid.
One
No,
at box,
he's dead.
one at box.
Yeah.
They got the box. One at low, we got the rocket. I pick now.
8 killed.
3 weak.
Yeah, you take the armor. One at high. Took a lot of damage.
Back
Yeah.
on the quad. My boss.
I'm weak high. One
My
killed.
boss.
You take. Oh, nice. Be careful. There's a rocket.
I never learn. I always go.
There's back here. Back here.
Okay,
Back
okay,
here.
coming.
Here.
Fuck.
I'm behind.
Both tele.
Yeah, my red mega. One of them has
Took some
the
hit
high
with
mega.
box. I
One
go
at
for
quad.
flex.
One under quad.
Venus
One at mid. I don't remember anymore.
My red. Big at big. Red.
Nice. I'm at quad. One in box. One mid. I'm going after the mid guy. Kill.
Big at big.
Both dead. Both dead. Going low. My telly. One at mid. One at mid. I'm going in chip. I have both mega health. One spawned mid. No, this is a rocket guy. Killed. One through telly and coming low.
Killed him.
Nice.
Oh!
Lol, did I hit you?
Yeah. Take me away. 3 HP.
Nice.
Oh, they
Amazing rockets today. One under quad.
Both here.
Strong, strong. One killed path. One spawned mid. My box. Both through telly, I think.
I stopped behind.
What is the quad time?
Now.
One kill. Nice. Enemy through telly. Mega is up.
Mega guy here. One at low.
Yeah. Low took a rocket.
Oh fuck.
Everyone at low, I think. Yeah, one dead.
He's weak behind.
Yeah, I killed it. There's one more weak. Killed.
I'm at tele. My tele. One here.
I'm taking red mega.
I think he's going low now.
Yeah, killed.
100
my,
quad.
my red mega. Quad was 18.
I left it back.
No fucking way. Okay, well I'm
One
at
high.
quad.
I'm at high now.
Yeah. Quad 23. Killed. One going through, one at NG. One killed high.
One at tele.
Is the tele guy weak?
I don't know.
Oh crap. No nade jumps.
Back
Right.
at bat. I got the back.
Okay, one
One
through
at low.
tele.
Coming
One
from
in-
tele.
One NG.
High mega is up.
Yeah, there's one high tele.
Took some damage.
My mega. Enemy through, both high, both
My
high.
box. Okay, coming.
We killed mid. Coming fast.
I'm at quad.
One coming through. Nice.
One at bat.
Tele kill. Yeah, tele safe.
100 quad.
Both mid.
One low.
One killed mid, one... Ah no, he's probably not weak.
One at low.
One under quad. I'm waiting for high mega. Got it.
I'm at quad.
One through telly weak.
Damage quad. Coming tele.
Killed at quad. My quad 27.
One at entry. Kill.
I don't know. They have one strong guy there. Spawn mid. You take the armor.
One at bad.
High mega
One
amp.
on high. Quad.
Yep.
High tele.
Killed.
High mega.
Oh, one at quad. They got back. They have 2 rockets there now. I'm taking red mega.
Killed one high.
Right. Try if you can get box.
My bomb.
One killed high.
Quad.
One at quad. Ah, you are there.
I have only one rocket.
Nice. Now you have more. Now you don't.
My tele.
We coming through telly.
Yeah, I'm here. High mega. Got mega. Big now.
I'm at telly.
Under quad.
One killed mid. Both. Going through. Both are up. That was a good game again.
Yeah. Decent. You are playing pretty nicely. I don't need to pour all those quads.
Ah, well, yeah, that, especially the last one at the end,
Yeah,
that was so
that was-
unnecessary. I mean, it was an SG guy. Just use the SG. You have what, almost 60% SG.
Yeah, but I'm
So
lazy
just
and
use
so
that
just-
one. Yeah, just easier to use rocket. No need to
Easier
aim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And I should have just waited and shot the rocket at the wall or something.
Yeah.
No need to push there.
Indeed. Yeah, the thing about Terminator 2 though is that it's not only an action movie, but the plot is pretty deep actually. So that's why I like it. I love the action there as well. It just hooked me right away. I think I was maybe 12 years old, probably actually younger. Maybe I was 10 or something when I saw it for the first time. I remember we were watching it on TV at a friend's house, and someone called me. I think my father called me that I have to go and eat at home, and that was the fastest dinner I've ever had. I just ran back home, ate, ran back to my friends to catch up with the movie. And hello, Aspector and Viantarisu. And yes, it's probably the Dishonored symbol on my shirt. I don't actually know which one it is, because this is one of the QuakeCon t-shirts they were handing out. And yes, it says Dishonored on the back of the shirt, but I don't know what the game even is. I know the logo in the middle, that's the Quake logo. That's what I'm familiar with. I haven't really paid attention on the new games that much. So which one is it? Is it the one on the left or the one on the right? Which one is Dishonored? Apparently one of them. Ah, and I didn't have so much time to answer your question about directors of movies. I have to say that I don't follow directors that much, and I don't even know so many by name. So I'm not a huge movie geek, to be honest. Like I said, I don't watch many, especially not anymore. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask any movie recommendations. I play a lot more than I watch anything. Okay, so this one is the no. Okay, opposite side of my microphone. Okay, this one I guess. All right, that's Dishonored. Thank you. Now I know what I have on my shirt. At least 2/3. I still don't know what this is. Yes, Dev. What's up? Um, I don't know. I guess it could be better. But I mean, I think it could blend better. It's not like my wife enjoys the fact that I play a lot of Quake, I think. But that's just who I am. I guess it just has to adapt to it. It's not like I'm going to stop playing. That's the way it is. I enjoy traveling a lot, and we travel together with my wife. So that is where I spend most of my time with her. And when I'm at home, we go running together and so on. But she would like to spend more time with me, and I don't know. I just enjoy my Quake. What can I do? But I just keep on telling her that she knew what she was getting into. She knew well beforehand that I'm a gamer, and she saw how much I play, and I'm not gonna change who I am. So she will have to accept it. Yeah, that's the difference. Because I have played. I think I had already played like 10 years before I even met her. So she definitely knew that I'm a gamer, and she just has to live with the fact. I have always played games, not only computer games, but I, for example, love board games as well. I play a lot of board games, or at least in Finland I did. Nowadays I don't have any board game group here in Romania, which is very unfortunate, and I've been a bit lazy to find one. But like all my life, I've enjoyed playing games, all kinds of games. So just if I forced myself somehow to stop playing, it just wouldn't be me anymore. So it wouldn't make any sense. Uh, I think she's not going to be a Quakeworld player ever. It's actually funny. She doesn't like. She plays board games with me sometimes, and she knows how to play board games actually pretty well. And she can grasp quite difficult rules, and she has been even playing some very long board games with me that take 8 hours to play. But she just she's not a gamer at all. She's like the opposite of gamer. She even thought that games are somehow childish or just like useless waste of time, and I'm afraid that she still thinks that way a bit. Even even though Quake even paid for a trip to Texas for me, they even gave me a bit of money. It's not like I can retire with the money, but anyway, she just doesn't understand that games can be something, I don't know, more than just pastime for small children. And yes, this is one of the maps that I would very much dislike in one-on-one. This is probably the worst offender in the TP3 map pool because, well, you can go and watch my QH LAN one-on-one final analysis stream. You can find it on my YouTube channel. There I explain at least some of the reasons why I hate this map so much in one-on-one. I think I have never actually played Go. I watched some of the games when that Korean world champion played against the wasn't it Google AI? That was pretty fascinating, and especially with the commentators knowing what they were talking about. So it was really entertaining to watch. I'm not such a huge fan of abstract strategy games like Go and chess, because you just have to study the game so much, and I I just don't have time for it. That's the unfortunate fact. With my Quakeworld playing and all my other hobbies, there's just absolutely no time for playing such games. So I like to play games that are not so thoroughly studied, where you need skill, but you don't have to read beforehand a lot. Of course, chess and Go aren't only about studying, but that is a big part of the game if you want to be a really good chess or Go player. But I still have huge respect towards the people who play chess and Go and whatever abstract strategy games there are. There are so many others as well. And I actually enjoy playing some of the less well-known abstract strategy games because they're those games aren't as well studied. So you can find one of those, take two players who have maybe never played it, and just start playing and form your own strategies instead of reading beforehand. And I don't know if you think about the opening moves in chess, where you can actually lose the game by making the first wrong move. I mean, when you take your first move, and if it's a wrong one, then if your opponent knows what he's doing, then he can win the game right there and then. I mean, not instantly, but there's no way you can avoid losing the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've heard or read. Uh, well, if it really was that simple that I could just switch to another game and start making tons of money, I would do it in an instant. Not because I don't love Quake. I love playing this game, and I still haven't found a better game. But there are other games that are enjoyable, and if it allowed me to just quit my job and make a lot of money, I would do it. But it's really not that simple. I'm great in Quakeworld, but the skill doesn't transfer directly between games. So, for example, if I wanted to be a great Quake Live one-on-one player, it would take me a ton of practice. Just the small differences here and there, they actually aren't as small as one might think. The game style is so different that I would really have to take my time to adapt to it. And the problem is that Quake Live is so close to Quake 3, and Quake 3 was released in 1999. So there are players who have played Quake 3 and Quake 4 and Quake Live for almost 20 years. So catching up with the very best there would be very hard. And you have to remember that in Quake Live, only the very best actually get any meaningful amounts of money. Then if you think about games where you could actually make more money, like CSGO, League of Legends, StarCraft, Dota 2, well, the last three, they are not even FPS games. There's no way I could compete there. Absolutely no way. And CSGO is so fundamentally different from Quakes that would require a whole new mindset. And the biggest problem with CSGO is that I just very much dislike the gameplay. I love to watch the game. I enjoy the tournaments and the casting, but I don't enjoy playing it. It just feels horrible to me that I have to sometimes use, I don't know, 70%, 80% of my round by just jumping behind a fence, spotting enemies, running to the predetermined spot where I will be jumping over the fence to spot enemies. And then when I finally spot an enemy, if I do, then I just fall back and take another position, and then it comes down to raw aim and timing, if I manage to get that headshot or not. So there's just no way I can force myself to put in the time required to become one of the top players in the game. So it's really not that simple. Being good in one game doesn't mean that you will be great in others. You maybe have the potential to be, but you really have to like the other games as well enough to be able to become really good. Romania is fine. Bucharest is not. I don't like living in a big city like this at all. There's just a lot of noise. The traffic is horrible, jammed all the time. Uh, very difficult to cycle in the city. I like to cycle, so that's very, very cumbersome here. Air quality is not very good. And it's just concrete and asphalt everywhere. There's no nature here, which I find pretty tedious. But if you leave Bucharest and you go to the Carpathians, which is quite a big part of Romania, it's very beautiful there. The nature is amazing. So that is what I enjoy here. But outside the Carpathians, the small villages here are pretty ugly, to be honest. For some reason, they like to build their houses right next to the roads. And I don't know, I wouldn't like to live in such a building that is right next to a big, if not a highway, then at least a big road with a lot of traffic. So all the houses, or at least the houses, or the fences surrounding the houses are very dirty because of the traffic, and there's quite a bit of trash around those villages. So it's not very appealing in many places, but there are some exceptions as well. And some cities are very beautiful, some medieval castles and churches and so on. So there are good things and bad things in Romania, but the nature is amazing. The people are very friendly. So it's good and it's bad. If I lived somewhere else in Romania, I would probably like it a lot more. But at least the internet connections are great in Bucharest, so streaming works well and I can play Quake, so at least something is very good here. The city as well. My first thought when you knew that you might have to move to Romania, I don't know, I was excited and very happy for my wife that she found a job here. That was great. And I like living abroad. Just I enjoyed the experience, even if it was really bad here somehow. I would still be happy to have tried. Just like I was very excited to go to Switzerland as well. I love traveling, and this makes traveling a lot easier. We can just hop in our car, drive to Bulgaria. We have been to Moldova. We have been to many of those small towns and cities in Romania, and there are cheap flights from Bucharest. So it's a lot easier to move around from Bucharest than it is to move around from Finland. So I was happy to go. Okay, one of these days I will stream some single player or maybe other multiplayer games. What I'm worried about is that I don't know, Quake players probably will find it quite boring and will not watch. So, but I guess it's okay if I just change the stream title and the game in the Twitch information that I'm not playing Quake now, so people will realize that Milton is playing something boring. Oh no, I didn't try Devil Daggers. Maga, the guy from TVS, was playing Devil Daggers quite a bit. Looked interesting, but it's a single player game, so I would really love it to have a co-op mode. Then I would be all over it. But the way it is, a single player game, I'm probably not going to play Devil Daggers. Darf, do you really think that police are very corrupt in most European countries? Is that the case in the UK? Because somehow I find it very hard to believe that, for example, the police in Central European countries would be very corrupt, like Germany, Switzerland, Austria. Yeah, but not doing anything is not the same as being corrupt. Okay, I think we might have to mix up the teams a bit here. I actually had an interesting adventure in Albania. If you want to hear, some of you might already know about this, but I went to the Balkan countries to travel there alone last autumn. I was traveling there for 2 weeks. I was hitchhiking from Croatia to Montenegro, and then from there to Albania, and then back to Montenegro and Serbia, Herzegovina, and no, Bosnia Herzegovina, and back to Croatia. Well, anyway, in Albania, I spent a night with a local family, and then they wanted to tag along to climb a mountain there nearby, which is why I was there. I wanted to climb the mountain, and then I just ran into this local guy who offered me a place at their house to spend the night with their family. And the family was very nice. And then early next morning, we went to climb this mountain. and then on the way back, one of the guys stole my money from my wallet. He was traveling on the back of a truck and just stole my money there. And I went to the police, and they actually found the guys, and I got my money back. So I was very positively surprised by the Albanian police, because I was expecting them to be, first of all, very corrupt, but also I expected them to do absolutely nothing about it. I mean, I was just a random white tourist there in a small town in the middle of the mountains, just telling them that, okay, someone stole my money. I didn't have any evidence or nothing, but they believed me. I got my money back. All good. It was a hassle. It took like 6 hours. I was sitting there at the police station, and it wasn't even a lot of money. I don't carry a lot of money in my wallet, but anyway, out of principle, I just wanted my money back. And they stole my headlamp as well, which I needed later, so that was more important than the money. It would have been difficult to find a new good headlamp there in the Balkan countries. But anyway, of course, it's just one example, one police station in the whole region, but not all of them are so corrupt. I didn't have to pay the police anything. Hello, Rosa. Welcome to Morning Quakeworld. Yeah, I know that in some countries tourists get very special treatment, but I think Albania is not one of those countries. There are not many tourists in Albania, especially not in the town where I was at. They're high in the mountains. Alright, I get the teleport, they got the shortcut. Oh, and I missed that rocket, that's bad. But quad dead, that's good. I don't know what their spawns actually were like, I'm not sure. But it seems like neither of them got the yellow at mid. So the guy who got the quad was actually quite weak. 0-100. And there I decided to bail away from the fight. I saw that guy at mid already, but I decided not to engage in the battle because I knew that I would have a better fight there at quad. Okay, now I'm a bit worried about Heno. Okay. Well, that went well. And there we go. One more frag. 12-0 start. That's good. Okay, one at mid. Probably. Okay, he wasn't strong. Actually, I thought that he might have been a 200-200 guy. And hoping for my mate to take care of NG, and I will try to get as many frags here as I can. But yeah, that's the problem. Heino got away with 200-200, so he faced Sasuke here, who had only 150 yellow. So that is a bit of a risk, and usually it's not such a huge problem because Heino knows that it's coming. When I'm playing with Heino, he knows that it's coming, so he knows to prepare for it. But I have maybe never played with Sasuke before, so I can't expect him to know all this stuff. One more rocket. No, he didn't bail. I thought that he ran away. He was just trying to be clever there. I was a bit lucky to notice him. Okay, this is flowing smoothly, and Sasuke is actually fragging very well. 8 frags already for him. 9. This works. He needs help at NG, but there's no way I'm leaving to NG at this point when Quad is about to spawn. I will nade the NG instead. Okay, mate got the box. Oh, that was a good mid-air. And I think Quad is still up. Oh, that was a back. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. I even hit that SG, so I think he had about 10 health left there. Yeah, he got the red and died to 1 rocket. He was so weak. And I was a bit lucky that the health in the path had not been up when he went to red, so he was still weak when he made it all the way to red. Or back to NG even. Unspawned NG, but I saw that the red is here. I will get the red and try to get the quad. One is at mid, one is at box. The good thing is that the box guy won't get the box because I have the previous one. And apparently Sasuke made Deb very weak as well. Now there's like a 50 health guy at low, unless he got the health. And he had no idea that I was following him. There I was expecting him to jump for the Mega and red, but he didn't, which made things maybe even easier. Heino has 200 there. I don't feel like taking a fight like that. Doesn't make any sense. They're both at mid now. Sasuke just took the box. This is not very good for me. But for some reason Heino isn't here either. So now I have a chance to actually get this quad, and I heard the rocket jump, and there we go. And baited the rocket from depth, so I know his location as well. And Heino had no idea that I was coming. He should have had Dev 8-1 SG there, and both dead. That was a good fight. Most of the time I would have died there. I needed a bit of help from my opponent there as well. Okay, Mega is up. This guy shouldn't be too strong, yeah, because I had the red Mega. so I knew that I could take that fight. I will take this mega health. One guy at mid, but that is not a huge problem because I have the positional advantage here. And there you go. That was 200, 100 that he had. And I had a bit of mega left and 150, but I didn't lose almost anything in that battle. So easy to win it from that position. Okay, that was good. Sometimes it's so nice to take battles together. Makes things easier. Then on the other hand, sometimes it's so hard to make sure that, or avoid hitting your teammate in battles like that. That was a good fight again. Managed to predict Henno's movement pretty well there. And going to the quad just in time. And there's a guy here. And there you go. And he spawned a tele. Will he wait for it? Ah no, May killed him. Ooh, just a bit too early. Would have been nice to hit that first rocket star. Not this time. Okay, and there goes Henno. And leaves me the mega, and I can wait for the red before the quad spawns. And there we go. A free frag. I didn't even see the guy and got the frag. That's always nice. Now the problem is that I'm weak. Dev is at quad and Sasuke is... Well, okay, he took secret. That's good. Yeah, and now I hope he will go for the quad. Yes, he does. That's good. That's really good. The fact that Sasuke was pushing from red box was crucial there, because I knew that it would force Dev to jump from quad to the quad tunnel side, and it made it possible for me to hit those easy rockets. And there we go! Dev brings me the rocket, I get both frags. And one more there. Yep. Now everything is working even a bit too well. Things don't usually run like this. Oh, I missed rocket there. That wasn't good. Well, we might not get 100 then. That's so easy to read. Just so frag hungry. Oh, he's not too strong anymore. Although if he... No, he didn't have the mega, so he could have actually died had I hit my rockets a bit better. Well, now he's dead. Not missing all my shots. Alright, that was a lot better than I expected. 96 to 27. Nice flow there. And 10,000 damage. Always good in DM2. Very happy with that. And I'm not going to give my opinion on Quake champions until they lift the NDA. Because Krennic told me that the NDA only covers streaming the game itself or showing some content. But I'm not gonna take any chances, so no opinions on Quake Champions yet. I can tell you that I didn't have actually the time to play it as much as I had planned to. And yes, my teammate was playing well. No complaints. Seems like Sasuke is getting rid of his rusty feeling quite fast, because just some weeks ago, just after QH LAN, he didn't play well at all, but now it seems like he's finding his form again. Alright. Okay, that's a semi-good start there. We got the red and yellow, and I didn't even die, although the move that I tried to pull off wasn't probably the best one. It was kind of a risky move and didn't pay off at all. Okay, they are both there. They will wait for the yellow and then come out, I think. Okay, both armors dead. And I survived to get the health at quad. That's so important. And that mega guy took nade in the face. Alright! Everyone dead. That's where I would yell kaikki pois in Finnish. Like, everyone dead in Finnish, where I kill both enemies and my teammates. And with a nade as well, that's beautiful. That would be the red guy. Quite weak. I have only 2 cells. Not nice. Okay, managed to get that 1 kill. Oh, so close to discharge. Would have been sweet because that was the red guy there. Well done, mate. Come on. Okay, he was just killed. That worked as well. I was hoping for him to come through the telly and make him fall to lava, but instead, Sasuke killed him there. Oh dear, that's the red gun. Red teammate gun, because he was sitting on the spawn. You don't want to do that in Quake. Ever. A bad move. I could take the red. I knew the timing because I heard the last time Sasuke took it. Okay, they got the red now. Okay, but that's the red gun. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, that's red gun, I think. And that's the other armor gun. And the last guy isn't too strong either. But they got the next red as well. But he went to Mega for it. Oh dear, Hannah. We will have to talk about that. That was a bad move. Why would you ever go in that direction when you have pretty much full red and more than enough health? That didn't make any sense. I'm hoping that they don't have... Yes, he didn't have the red timing, but he spawns there. And my mate is not awake. That was frustrating. I knew that the red was spawning pretty soon, but... Okay, Dev. But they didn't know the red time, so that's why I went back there. And the guy had jumped up. I killed him. But then he spawned red again. So he actually spawned red 2 times in a row. I could have used that LG, but okay, that works. The yellow 14, 2 guys at low. Okay, that's lovely. They just kept on shooting each other and let me get away. I need health. 2 is not enough. 15. And we have the red as well. That's so good. Okay. Alright. That means that they have red now. And LG control. Not a big fan of that teleport because there's no way of avoiding it if you want to get to the other side. But on the other hand, you know when you're taking the risk, and you don't have to take the risk. So, not a horrible flaw in the map. That's always nice to be able to grab those packs that would otherwise fall to lava, but just by jumping over the lava, you grab the pack midair and get the ammo or even weapons sometimes. Okay, he should be dead. No, he somehow survived the nades. My teammate didn't though. That's the red guy there. Too bad I didn't have the health to survive that one SG. He would have been so dead. One. Got the yellow. And red is 12. Didn't quite work the way I had planned, but at least we have the red. No, that's always so bad to fail the rocket jump. That's mega dead, that is red dead. And teammate dead. I think that would count as the classic everyone dead moment. Alright. That was decent. It's so difficult for Dev to play fast maps like this with 140 ping though. Hello there, all the new viewers, welcome. This is Quakeworld 2-on-2 Team Deathmatch. Yeah, I very much enjoy the M4 2-on-2 as well. It has a nice flow to it. I still think that the map design isn't very good. It's just pure luck that it happens to work so well. My red. And that's the LG dead. There's another guy. Nice rocket. Okay, both dead. And got the red. And there one frag as well, and 2 there. Oh, that's a teammate, don't kill him. Yeah, that's so crucial that he missed the red at first, so he missed the rocket at first, so he had to go back to the rocket, and that gave me just enough time to kill him before he managed to shoot me back. I hope the red will come through. Don't. Yes. Okay, red is 4 late. Red would be up, and I will get it. One is at high tele. Not anymore. Sasuke is doing some serious work here. I don't even have to play. Really doing his job. That is so annoying for Dev, how Heno just kept on spawning in front of him when he was trying to get out from yellow. That is sometimes so brutal. That is everyone dead. Just as you are about to make your move and come out from yellow, your mate spawns in front of you. And because of spawn, the opponent decides to spam there. Because they hear that there's an enemy. So you end up wasting your precious armor there as well. Just because of that unlucky spawn. That's always also quite important to be able to kill your opponent before he makes it to the health next to the quad teleporter, because if you only hurt your opponent and then he gets here, takes the health that you might have needed, it can really make a huge difference. And also some people don't realize or don't want to realize that... Ooh, that was close. Saving grace rocket. They don't want to realize that the seemingly weak opponent is actually not so weak anymore when he gets that 50 health, maybe 30 health here, and an armor. So suddenly he's actually super stacked. When just 5 seconds earlier he was next to dead. He might have had even 1 health, and now he could have 81 plus full armor. Got the red, and I killed a teammate. But that is the red guy. I think that would be the red dead. Ooh, and no mega. Nice help from my mate there. More cell. My mate get the red, that would be very handy. They spawned the red, but they didn't wait for it and didn't go for the yellow, which I now got for free. And I will get the next one maybe, yep. I always say maybe, because it feels like the enemy spawns so often there in front of you when you go for the red like that. Oh, don't take it, please! How much do you have to flood report for them to not steal your armor? Apparently more than that. Okay, well that's yellow. Now my flow is broken. Luckily they don't know it, so they just keep on flooding. I even knew that he was coming, but I didn't take the rocket. Oh, sorry mate. He shouldn't be too strong. Oh, I would have had 70 cells, and I realized that. Free health. More than enough. And that's red gun, I think. My turn this time. Nope. That's the beauty of not saving your cells always. Not to go for the high LG percentage, but go for the end result instead. Okay, you might have actually witnessed the first time ever. Probably anyone, but at least me getting 17,000 damage in DM4 2-on-2. I'm very positive that I have never done it before, at least. That's 17,047 right there. That's the highest damage I have ever dealt here. And I have played a few of these. Okay, official MLR, I actually want to hear more about this. Why do you think that Quake Champions needs to have the same old maps that have been around for almost 20 years? I mean, Quake 3 DM6 is not even such a great map. I think there are so many better maps in Quake Live nowadays than Quake 3 DM6. And out of all those maps, that is the one that goes to Quake Champions. Why Quake Champions should have any maps from any of the previous Quakes? Someone mentioned Quake 2 DM1. That is another example of a bad map in my opinion. I have no idea why that map is being so popular. Ported to Quake 4 at least. I guess it's in Quake Live as well. I don't know, but at least it was in Quake 4. I think we would be better off just having new maps. Level ground for everyone. Because now if they actually play one-on-one again in tournaments in Quake Champions, and they will have the same goddamn maps again, it's going to be all Quake 3 all over again. The same people playing the same game almost, with small twists. And that's just so boring to me. And not just to me, but look at the player base of Quake Live. It's about 1,000 players, or let's say 700 players, give or take. Active players, that is. And compare that to, for example, Counter-Strike or any other successful esports games. So if you have roughly 100 times less players than in CS, why are you trying to do the same stuff all over again? Why do you think that it will be popular or successful this time when it wasn't successful 10 years ago or 20 years ago? Or 20 years ago or 15 years ago with Quake 3, it kind of was successful because the competition maybe wasn't as rough as it is nowadays, but still Counter-Strike remained so much more popular than Quake 3 did. And I think the biggest reason was that there just weren't many very viable or interesting team-based modes in Quake Live. All they supported was one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one all the time, and people like to play with their friends. They like to play in teams. They like to communicate. And in one-on-one, you have none of that. You are just grinding alone. It takes skill. It takes dedication, but there are very few people who are ready to do that. So for Quake Champions to be successful, I think they should try something completely different. And based on what I've seen, it looks way too much like Quake 3 or Quake Live. And we know how not successful Quake Live has been. It's alright, but almost the only tournaments being that have been there, or all the big tournaments have been at QuakeCon, sponsored by either ID or companies that are related to ID or Bethesda. So, well, that's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Quake Champions will succeed, even if it is exactly like Quake 3 and they will play one-on-one, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, actually, I have played a bit of Quake Live CTF, even in a clan. and I enjoy it very much. It's so much fun. I just love the just capturing the enemy flag, just trying to coordinate both defense and offense, and the thrill you get when you actually are carrying the flag or hunting for the guy who has stolen your flag. It's amazing. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the Quakeworld CTF guys will strongly disagree, but in my opinion, Quakeworld CTF is ruined by the hook. It just makes the game too fast, which might sound funny coming from a Quakeworld player, but it's just, I don't know, you are just flying around the walls. It just takes away a lot of the skill that is required for fast movement in Quakeworld, because you have the hook, and while that using the hook effectively just takes some skill as well, it's in my opinion a lot easier than normal Quakeworld movement. And just uh, uh I don't know, I think it shouldn't be part of Quake where you can just fly around the map in the ceiling, all over the walls. The map geometry doesn't matter that much anymore, because you can go anywhere with the hook and super fast. So normal movement is almost unnecessary. Yeah, Quake 2 CTF, I think was a lot better. I didn't actually play it, but or played in like in a match, but I tested the hook there, and that was a lot slower compared to the Quakeworld grappling hook. So I think that might be a lot better. That's quite amazing, getting 17,000 damage there. Although the opponents were not the best possible, but it's not like you're going to hit max damage ever against the hardest opponents you can find. So I'm very happy with this. I think my previous record was 16,700, or a bit less than 17 anyway. So this is very good. Very, very good. I died there once at like 7 minutes or 8 minutes, when I told you guys that broke the flow, but somehow I was able to get the flow going at least somewhat. My wrist or arm, probably wrist, was getting a bit tired there. I did hit shaft as well as I did in the early parts of the round, but it was still enough. So 17,000, that's I'm feeling pretty confident that that's the world record right there, because I can't remember seeing anyone getting even 15,000. Or at least 16,000 I have never seen anyone else getting, so 17 should be the best damage ever. Thank you. Have a nice day as well. Let's hope Quake Champions will be good. Let's see if we can find some more players. Well, doesn't look too promising. Maltas is still there at Foppa. Apparently he doesn't want to play in UK. Not too many players around. Difficult to find a game. Maybe actually I could show you the demo right now. Let's see, just a second, I will find the demo file. Should be here. And back to Quakeworld. And no, it doesn't work. Seems like EasyQuake doesn't like too long demo names or something. Because I'm copy-pasting the file name from Explorer to EasyQuake and it doesn't like it. Nope. Just a second. Alright, here we go. So this is a mixed game from yesterday, I think. I'm teamed up with Gyrex, Leopold, and Nukkui, and we are playing against Encarl, Gunjalv, Drake, and Dev. A very, very tight game as far as I remember. But let's jump to the quad that is spawning at about 5 minutes into the game. Here we have Dev, has pretty much everything he needs to get this quad. He has 200 red, 86 health. He has nade, rocket, LG, a shitload of cells, 63 cells. He has more than enough rockets at 26 rockets. And at this time, I have a great stack as well. But the problem is that I don't have any weapons. Then there is Drake, who is in the water with Dev. Rocket launcher, no armor, no health. But this is actually not too bad for the blue team here. Because it's always good to have that one strong guy at quad, at least one strong guy who can engage in the fights. And then you can have this weaker guy, but with a weapon as well, who can support, who can try to avoid the initial damage and then just deal as much damage as he can without dying. So this is not a bad setup for Team Blue here. For us, it doesn't look very good. We have Nukku here, who is going to die. Then the opponents, they have even N-Carl here with a rocket. Gunchalf is at LG, doesn't have anything. I have the stack, but no weapon. Gyrex doesn't have anything. Leopold doesn't have anything. So it doesn't look very good for us. And in the stream at this point, I think I told you that I will try something stupid. And I said so because I don't have LG here. So I decided to go for the quad anyway. And luckily, Dev is looking the other way. And his positioning here is not very good. Because at least I don't like to stand there on the quad unless I'm trying to steal it away from the enemy by just getting lucky. So I think Dev here, especially with his LG, should be standing either between the tele exits here to be able to catch these guys possibly coming through the teles off guard, or he should stand here where it is very easy to shaft enemies who come from any direction, and especially if they come through the teleports, he can shaft over this stand here, and very difficult for the enemies coming through the teleports to hit rockets back here. So I think this would be the best position. He could even stand here because they both, Dev and Drake, came through water. So they should know that water is empty, and they even have Gunchalf here, their teammate, water. So there should be no one coming from water. So they could be standing here as well. And because it's very difficult to for the enemy to hit you when you're here because you don't have any wall behind you. So unless your opponent has LG, they have little chance of hitting you here. But Dev is standing on top of the quad and turned away just at the right moment. And let's see what happens. Rocket is closing in. Hits him directly on the back. Sends Dev flying into the water. Tries to shaft back. But this time, luckily he stops shafting just in time. And doesn't discharge. Okay, that was anticlimactic. But let's see. We still have 2-on-1. They have 2 rockets. Dev shoots a rocket. Drake strafes right into the rocket. There goes the first rocket. And now let's change to Dev's point of view. He's in water. And I don't know what is going through his mind. He has still quite a good stack. I think he takes a bit more damage there from this rocket. Yep. No, he didn't, but he falls in the water. And goes for a discharge. Alright. That's one way to do it, I think. And then we have N-Carl coming through with 200-100 rocket. And I managed to kill him as well. So I attacked the quad with a decent stack, but alone with no LG. And I was even quite late for the quad, so it felt kind of hopeless. And the situation didn't really look good for our team because I was the only weapon. Had I died there, we wouldn't have had anything, and they could have had full control of the map at that point. But I went in, 3 rockets killed, we have the quad, I'm still even quite stacked. I didn't take almost any damage there. So so that's quite hilarious. And here is Dev writing in caps. Did you really freaking do that, for fuck's sake? I don't know if he's yelling at me for stealing their quad and killing 3 rockets. Well, okay, I actually killed only 1 rocket because Dev killed himself and Dev killed Drake as well. Or is he yelling at Drake for strafing in front of him? I don't know. Dev, if you are there in the stream, please tell us what made you so mad. My actions or Drake's actions, or were you yelling at yourself for discharging once again in CMT4 water? But there you go. Now things are looking a lot brighter for our team. Let's see. Leopold has found himself LG, that's wonderful. Drake doesn't have rocket, and Carl doesn't have rocket, Gunchild doesn't have anything, Dev doesn't have anything. So, the opposing team, they don't have any weapons. We have stacked LG, although with not too many cells, and I have the quad, now with LG as well. Going towards red. Yeah, Quakeworld life is good again for a while. And if we jump towards the end, you can see that this one, if you were watching the stream, this is the game that ended up being very, very close. So that play right there that we saw was proved to be pretty crucial. And here we go, get the last quad, and now it's pretty much a victory lap. This one wasn't the closest of the games. I think we end up winning this one by 21 frags, but anyway, it was a close one. So that's it. I find it pretty hilarious that Dev has been the player providing us with all this entertainment for 3 times in a row now. Yeah, it might have been second to last quad. We can check that one if you want. Let's see. No, okay. Let's see what happens here. Let's see, I'm waiting for red. Worried that the teammate might steal it. And Leopold here is saving LG for me. That's great. Yeah, this is the enemy quad actually. And I'm waiting there in water, and I see the quad glow, and I kill the quad. So that I didn't get the quad, but I was able to kill it, and that was very crucial. Also, I get rid of Devs. Or, well, okay, Gyrex actually killed that, but I dealt quite a bit of damage to that. Enemy rocket and Carl, whose quad I just killed, ends up getting yellow and rocket there, but I kill him as well. So, nice flow here towards the end of the game. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed Dev's actions once again. And mine as well this time a bit. Maybe I did something right there. Not only Dev. A nice trick map, I like it. At first I hated it, but then when I actually learned to get through it, I started to like it. It's so long and somehow I enjoy the flow of this map. There you go. Typhoon here is telling that he tried it 100 times or more. And I remember this is actually a map that took me a very long time to finish. I remember giving it tries while people were spectating me. I'm sure Dahmer was at least there. And I just had to take a break after, I think it was an hour. I jumped an hour, or maybe it was 84 minutes, something like that, straight, and my arm just started cramping because so much tension while jumping. So I had to take a break for a while and then came back and managed to finally do it. The problem was that I didn't have any demos to look at, so I didn't know the steps. But now that I know them, it's of course very easy, but when you have absolutely no idea how you are supposed to get through the map, it takes a long time to do it. Let's see if I can do it 3 times in a row. I think I failed there a bit. Well, we'll see. Maybe I can still look too bad. One Finger Man has actually come up with nice skips here, and he has been speedrunning this quite a bit. So his record here is so good. You should check it out. Do I think that Quake Champions will be a hit? One can always hope. I doubt it, but remains to be seen. What do I know? Again, it's getting dark here. As soon as the sun sets, it's pitch black in this room. Okay, that's better. What do I think of Quake 1 speedruns? They are just amazing. I love watching them, and especially I loved watching the live speedrun in the last... what are the events called where they stream speedruns 4 days in a row or even more? The summer and also after the new year. So I love watching them, and the speedrun they did last time there, it was so good in my opinion. Guy managed to pull off some pretty sick tricks. He failed a couple of easier ones and some of the harder ones, but he also managed to pull off some of the very difficult ones as well. So I enjoy them, and the skill they have is very exceptional. They are really great Quake players. Maybe not in TDM or deathmatch, but what they do it really well. Yeah, it was Cool Kid. Yeah, that's right. But actually, there at HEDQ, I enjoy the speed runs where they run some games at the same time and try to beat each other. Those are the best entertainment for me. For example, in Mega Man or Castlevania, or it really doesn't even matter what the game is, as long as there's more than one player playing at the same time, it just makes it so much more interesting and so nice to see, because the run doesn't have to be perfect, but there's still always tension. If you make a mistake, it doesn't really ruin the whole run or the competition, because the other guys might or girls might make a mistake as well. Is movement harder on the clients that you're required to use for Quake speedruns? For me, it would be harder, because regular Quake movement is different from Quakeworld movement. So there are things that you can't do in regular Quake that you can do in Quakeworld. For example, rocket jumps are a bit higher in Quakeworld than they are in RQ. So for me, it would be harder, at least. For someone who has played RQ a lot and hasn't necessarily played Quakeworld much, I think it could be vice versa. For them, Quakeworld might be the more difficult one. I don't know. They are similar, but there still are some differences. Yeah, that would be crazy if we didn't have buffer jumps. That would make things so much more difficult. Holy crap! I can't even imagine playing like that. It would be so difficult. Because I always hold down my mouse too. When I'm approaching the jump, it's already pressed down a long time before. It would change this game so much. Right, will I do it 5 times in a row? I'm destined to fail at some point. So far. Alright, that's good. 5 times in a row. Right, I'm not gonna push it 5 times in a row, escape to A. That should be good enough. But it still looks like we are not game anywhere. We can always ask for one. This is so unfortunate. Just when I started streaming, I had 38 ping here in the Netherlands, and now it's again 51. I would love to have that 38, but what can you do? I just don't understand how the ruling can change so quickly. Ah, there's something. Ion.duelmania.net. Or is it LON? First letter. Ah, lon, alright. Oh, there are players here. Wonderful. That's not in my server browser. I have to update my server list, apparently. Excuse me. Yeah, players, 5 players. Could we even get a mix going? Would be sweet now with Maltas here, and maybe we could persuade Henu to come back after the crushing defeat in the M4. Maybe if he has found some food, might come here, and then I might actually get one decent teammate in voice.com as well. I don't know if I showed this to you already. This is quite a sweet place. Bunny hop here. Inside the roof. It's too bad that you have to rocket jump up here. There's no way of getting here otherwise. Or I'm sure you can boost someone up with SSG, for example, but anyway, you can get here very easily. Would be great if it was a bit easier. But these rocket jumps here, by the way, they realize that they are quite handy. Just jumping, because normally you can't rocket jump up too high up. No way of doing it, but with this ramp you can, because these pillars are angled a bit there. And of course this one here helps tremendously. With this one you can even continue towards yellow quite nicely. I don't know if the ego jump is possible. Yes, it is. That's actually pretty handy. You can get to yellow top from red low pretty fast that way. Get to one of those pillars around red by ramp jumping from the rocket mount. Yes, you can. And jump to all of those pillars and then make a jump across. Well, if someone didn't shoot me, you could. So, like this. I don't know if it's possible to jump from here to there, or is it might be a bit too far. At least with one jump, I don't know. Ramp jumps are so difficult in Quakeworld. Somehow I've never really mastered them. Sometimes I'm pretty okay with them, but just to really master them, it's somehow feels, I don't know, random, or it's somehow hard to hit the timings right. Maybe from there you can. From here, the opposite side. Yeah, that should be possible at least. Stop shooting! God damn. Failing miserably. Yeah, that definitely should be possible. Getting already so close. Well, anyway. I don't actually know how the client handles ramps. I have no idea. You should ask someone who has actually who has had a look the code. Miyag. No, if anyone. I could actually... did we just lose a player? Yeah. What happened? we lost 2 players. That's not good, especially one of them being Maltas. Have actually made these games interesting. Now we need another good player to join. And that might be difficult. Do you mean this? It's a command known as show nick. Find show nick somewhere, and that's it. You might want to combine it with your point, so you can use the same bind to point at items in the map. Like here I'm pointing at rocket and red, but then at the same time, with the same bind, I can check what my teammates have. Like check their stat and weapons and whatever. That is a must-have. And Sigisagi, make sure to read my 4-on-4 essentials. That should get you started. I have listed there all the binds that you should have at minimum. And remember to use them as well. Not enough to just bind them, but you actually have to press those buttons right times. Especially, you should remember to use Lost. That is so important. If you die to an enemy rocket or LG or quad, you should always use Lost. You can even spam it, it doesn't matter. As long as you give the Lost message, it gives so much information to your teammates. They either know where to go or where not to go. If it's enemy quad LG, they probably don't want to challenge him. If it's enemy rocket and we have guys somewhere with huge stacks, they might want to kill that enemy rocket. So use Lost, that is so important. And use that show nick. Make sure you pay attention on your teammates. Make sure you know what they have. If they have a rocket or any weapon and they don't have armor, don't steal the armor. If they have armor, no weapon, don't steal the weapon. If they already have everything they need, if they already have armor and weapon, go ahead and take the weapons and armors. Don't stare at your teammate helplessly and, like, I don't know, just don't expect them to tell you everything you need to do. If they don't have the stuff, or if they already have everything they need, then just take the weapon, take the armor. Make it possible for yourself to do something meaningful. Because way too often I see my teammates just staring at me, even after I point flood some weapon like this. That rocket is up and I flood, you take, and no, the teammate just stares at me like to make sure if they can really take it. But I shouldn't have to even flood that you take. If I'm there next to you, you can see that I have already a rocket and I already have an armor and you don't have, then just go ahead and take it. Because it ruins my game as well when I have to concentrate on making sure that you actually take the weapon. And I shouldn't have to do that because that takes my concentration away from the possible opponents coming in. I have to be able to concentrate on those and getting rid of them and maybe concentrate on going to the next quad in time. But it's not working if I have to babysit my teammates all the time and make sure that they take the items that they should take in the first place. No, B underscore switch and W underscore switch too. They don't switch back to SG after firing a weapon. They make sure that when you pick up a weapon, like if you pick a rocket up here, it makes sure that it doesn't switch automatically to that rocket. And the same thing with B underscore switch. It makes sure that you don't switch to rocket or LG when you pick up a pack with those weapons, but instead you will have your SG in hand. That is what those commands do, and those commands should always be set to 2 in 4 and 4. Some players like to set them to 8 in 2-on-2 or 1-on-1, and might be a good thing. Sometimes it comes back on them. I know Recall plays with it set to 8, Trickway as well. And sometimes it's really good for them, sometimes not. I've been toying with the idea and I might change to 8 as well in 1-on-1 and 2-on-2. 1-on-1 I don't care about, 2-on-2 might make sense. But when I think the biggest advantage for the people who use 8 value in 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 is that very few people realize that they do so. So if more people started to use it, then I think it wouldn't be as advantageous anymore as it is now, maybe. Because I think they get away with it quite often when people don't realize that they actually left a pack. When normally people wouldn't. And I think Rickle and Trickway actually have disabled their weapon scripts as well in 1-on-1 and 2-on-2. So when they shoot with LG, they don't switch back to shotgun anymore, but they will just run around with LG in their hand. So read that TXT file I wrote. There's nothing useless there, I think. And things that every 4-on-4 player really should know. Simple stuff, but necessary. Because all the time when I play with lower tier players, I just run into these moments where I can tell that they don't know those things that I have written down. Or if they do, they don't apply them in game for whatever reason. I don't know why. But what annoys me perhaps the most is when my teammates stare at me and they don't do anything. They just stare at me like as if they were hoping that I would somehow magically tell them what to do. They just stare at me. There's, for example, an enemy there, and they just stare at me here. And they end up getting killed. I don't know why people do it. And also sometimes people just follow me. I don't know. Like a leech. They just won't go away. They just follow me and they block me. Similarly with no goal in the game. Like they don't know why they follow me, or at least it seems like that. They just do. And that is just super annoying as well. Sometimes it is handy to follow, for example, your quad, because quite often there will be packs when your quad kills someone. But then again, quite often it doesn't make any sense. And also, when I see 2 or more teammates with absolutely no gear waiting for the same item 20 seconds too early. For example, I could get killed at quad. I spawn here. There are 3 packs at quad. Then I spawn here and what do I see? I see 3 guys here. 1 in red water, 1 there, another 1 there. Everyone is staring at me. No one has anything. So you don't need to have 3 people waiting for 1 item. Unless you have some very special reason to do it. In DM3, you might do it because surviving with weapons is so hard. But even in DM3, you don't want to have 3 guys sitting in the rocket box. One should be at low bridge or high bridge, ready to take yellow or LG if they happen to spawn before rocket, if you don't have the spawn times for them. But heartbreaking, mind-blowing to see people waiting for 1 single item, 3 people, knowing that only 1 of them can actually get it, and it means that we have actually wasted 20 seconds of 2 players' time for doing absolutely nothing. Is strafing different? In Quake Live? Well, a bit. If you just mean strafing like this, not strafe jumping, there is some difference, I think. Someone might know better, but there is a slight difference. I think the Quake Live guy doesn't stop as fast, and especially if you're going down the stairs, the Quake Live guy has more momentum and doesn't stop as fast as Quakeworld guy. But other than that, I don't know. It's a quad start for me. I will go for LG. Hopefully. That is the enemy rocket, maybe? Could have been. Yeah, that was the enemy rocket. And red. That's actually a wonderful start for me. Getting rid of enemy rocket red. And getting quad LG myself. And then, yeah, here we go. We have 3 guys waiting for the same item. That is exactly what I meant. 3 guys waiting for the red rocket, and no one even went for the red there. And I highly doubt they realized that I was there. So that's ridiculous. That was a rocket dead, by the way. I heard the death message, or read the death message, heard the rockets, so that's a free rocket kill right there. Now I think they have LG somewhere. I didn't take it. I don't trust my mates to have taken it. Yep, that's dev LG there. I hope this guy doesn't have. Let's be there. I knew that he wouldn't make it through the teleport because... Ah, Pent, of course. I totally forgot Pent. Well, I'm not going there now. For sure. Okay, I got the red. I will actually take the rocket as well, hoping that we have yellow under control. Okay, that's Pent lost. I hope they didn't get it yet. Might have taken... Leo, open Pent for me, please. I go for it. Ah, they have 2 rockets there. Well, fuck this. I have to leave. And they have 2 rockets. And LG at quad. Didn't he see me just falling down in the water? Maybe he just wanted to kill me to make sure that he gets the red. Which is quite reasonable. I quite often steal stuff from my mates by accident or... well, quite rarely on purpose. Okay, there was a fight at Mega. Pent guy. Pent running out. Okay, that's one dead. That's another one dead. That's good. Now I have SNG here, so it's not so risky to go here, unless they decide to shoot me with rocket. Okay, Dev is in water. I fully expect him to have LG. Ducks a lot. Okay. Yeah, I do it. Well, it doesn't really matter. I got the packs. And I didn't have much gear anyway. Such a lamer, actually. I would hate to play with someone like that who doesn't come and help me at quad. He really should have. I was super weak. It could have been their quad if he hadn't just sat there. Okay. Yeah, right. I hit 2 mid-airs. I tried to hide from the discharge, but no, he gets it anyway. That sucks so much. Come on, Red, come on. Yes, that's good. I knew that I wouldn't make it out alive, but just surviving, or no, just being able to steal that Red, that was worth it. Okay, a team quad, that's wonderful. I would love to get the Red, but no, Dev is there. Red is 13 late. I could try to get the next one, it's 33. That's Steven's dead. I'm pretty sure that he had... No, it was 31. Crap, no, I lost the Red. That sucks. Well, at least the Red guy made it to LG and got it. Oh, I could really take it. Oh, and I didn't have anything. I'm taking the quad for us. There's back level, take it please. Well done. Red would be now, I'm too late for it. Oh, for yellow if my teammate didn't block me like this. And if enemies didn't keep on spawning on right next to me. Oh, I tried to jump. But that's a rocket dead. Go and take the back, please, please, please. Yes! This Mooner guy is awesome. He realizes things. Because such a simple thing, like that one, so often people just miss it. They just don't realize that there was a rocket guy that was just killed. And they just don't go for the pack. Okay, this is a bit problematic. There are 2 enemies at the quad. Okay, luckily I hit the LG so much better than he did. He wasn't really ready for it. I don't know how. Because he should have known that I'm coming. That's Dev dead. That's so good. I think he might have... Oh, I don't know if he had rocket. Or... What is it? Red or not. Anyway, I think he might have had. These pillars are so lovely here. When you have to avoid damage. Okay! Dev comes to... Well, yeah, that is the problem. Dev knows that I'm playing the red side of the map, and they have maybe a bit better than we do. Hahaha, yes! Getting rid of his LG just with quad SSG. That's so good. Although there, the discharge of his wasn't wasn't necessarily very stupid because there's no way he could have survived it anyway. But it's nice to get rid of enemy LG like that. Yes, that's LG dead. Okay, Pent lost. I think it would be Pent up actually. Ah, the enemy got the Pent. No, Team Pent. Whoa. Leopold the Magnificent. He needs the red. I'm gonna leave the red for him. Oh, he died. I hope he didn't leave a pack. I know. But he did. Leopold took care of things. You wonderful German. On. Yeah. Red on time and how does that guy always get attacked? He was so strong there that I don't even know. Wait for the next red then. The problem here is that I have to try to deny all the LGs and I should get the flow going to be able to get the quads as well. That was a bit too ambitious for him. But I'm happy. Finally fight with Dev where he doesn't have a chance to discharge. Mooner, go to quad. Yes! I think it took maybe, I don't know, 50 messages for him to realize that quad. Okay. He has nice LG, the Seer guy. God damn! Would have been nice to be able to deny that. Now I have to waste a bit of time here. Okay, well that's one rocket dead. And didn't hit anything there. Luckily it didn't matter. It's denied the pack, if anything. Okay, that's another guy dead. Seer again, somewhere with rocket. I wish to know where. How did we just lose yellow? We had people there. Ah. Weak Dev there in water. Ready to discharge, I'm sure. Not falling for it this time. Okay, that's one rocket dead at yellow. Okay, that's what it takes to win this game, I'm afraid. Plays like that. Damn. I think this might be a weapon guy. No, he even wasn't. Running away. Yeah, that's rocket dead. That was pretty important. I need the red. I need the red. One? Yep. Now, Leopold de Vogen, where are the fucking lost messages? Sir is killing them both with LG and I have no idea where. If I had known, and again, where is the lost message, Leopold? You are getting killed by this one guy and I have no idea where he is. And I need to know, I have quad, I could get rid of him so fast. Okay, I got lucky, I found him. But I had absolutely no info. Go there. I just saw that. Okay, red empty. I will go here then. He's bent up. Yes, it is. Alright, bent is 258 late. Be here and hope that Leopold is not coming through. Okay, we have three major squad, which on one hand can be a good thing. I wish someone made it to yellow. Yeah, they do. Okay, and got lucky. That was a red guy, I think. That was a red guy at least. I just heard. Okay, and Dev discharged for him. Okay, that's enemy rocket. Very unfortunate. Don't jump there. Yes. That was scary. Have enough health. Oh wait. Oh, I can nade this a bit. Hope that yellow is safe. Maybe hope for someone to attack a bit late. But Dev thought that he could get LG. Sneaky guy. Bird up. Now I'm not taking it, I don't really need it, and if enemy takes it, I can do that. I should probably now head back to LG, just because I know that that is where Dev is heading, so I will deny it. Yeah, I bet you that this guy here is Dev. Yes. Slip. Check the mega health. I heard someone at LG, I might even go there. Might be Dev there. One guy dead. No, it wasn't Dev this time. It's just so annoying to die to all those discharges, and because I know that my mates are not going for the. I know that I have to. Makes it a bit difficult to play this map though, because my mates are not being very active on the yellow side things either. They seem to just jump on the red and maybe take the rocket, but they forget to go for the LG. Or they don't realize that they... Okay, there's someone there. I wonder if this... So I knew that the LG was already up. Oh, warped. Go for it. A lot of things looks good. I hear someone is... Oh! Cool. That is Sir's red gun. I somehow knew that he would follow me. Didn't have much else to do. Okay, yellow is lost. LG is empty. I might actually make it to Hello this time. Let's try this route now. Oh, okay, we have a mate at yellow. Okay, but I arrived just in time. Mate bored. Or left the back, maybe didn't bore. Okay, there is maybe yet another example of how people are saving items when they absolutely should not. Dev is weak there, he was just a spawn, I think. And he's dead. Bent. Don't say that. That would be bent up. Bent. Open the bent! You mate, what are you doing there? Go for the fucking yellow, please. Alright, now you do it. Thank you. That's one place to go to. That's so sweet to meet Deb there. Or bent. Okay, yellow is lost. One rocket dead at least. Up. There, I will go to quad. And I still hope that they would come here, but seems like they have given up the idea of even getting the quad. They are just concentrating on discharging, which perhaps the smartest idea. I mean, it's good to discharge the enemy quad if you can, but it shouldn't be like your number one plan. Go into the round. Okay, there you go. Luckily, I don't have to test myself on other platforms, to be honest. I'm not saying that I won't play Quake Champions, but if the game is not good, I'm not going to play the game just to test myself. I think I've been testing myself in Quakeworld quite a bit over the years. I think I left my comfort zone quite heavily at QH-LAN when I actually played the one-on-one tournament, which I haven't done in 6+ years. So enough testing, but I will play Quake Champions if I like the game. That's it. Or if there is really enough money there to support support players to go full time, then sure, I can play Quake Champions even if it's not a game that I absolutely love. But if it's a game that I enjoy playing and I can support myself with it, then sure, I will go all in and play Quake Champions. But if it's not, and especially if it's just, again, goddamn one-on-one, no way. I'm not going to grind one-on-one. Working is more fun than playing one-on-one in arena FPS games. That is just a fact. Not interested. And these graphics are terrible. Have you seen how people play Quake Live? With whatever it is called in Quake Live, is it BigMip? With their flat walls? Doesn't look any better than this. Quake 3 actually already looked amazing, but only if you have the textures on. If you're playing with BigMip, Quake Live is just as ugly as Quakeworld, in my eyes at least. And I don't care. Here I am playing Quakeworld, a game that is 20 years old, and I could make it look so much better than this, but I just don't care. I care about how the engine feels, which actually feels a lot better than Quake Live. And that is just not because I'm a Quakeworld player. DDK, for example, agrees with me that Quake Live just doesn't feel as smooth and as crisp as Quakeworld does. So that is what I care about. Well, that goes without saying. Like, I don't care about graphics. I also enjoy playing NES games, the 8-bit Nintendo games. I think the graphics there aren't very great, but the controls just feel amazing. So that's why I play them. Well, okay, yeah, okay, I understand if you are trolling. Then just forget my rant. I got triggered then. If you are trolling. My favorite NES games, Contra by far. I just love that game. That is so amazing. Just everything from controls to insta deaths and insta kills, and just the weapons feel so powerful. And don't forget the music. Just the music in Contra is amazing. I love it. I sometimes just listen to the Contra soundtrack just because it's so goddamn good. Then I love Battletoads. Again, Rare the game company just, I don't know, that they were creating some magical games back in the 90s, and Battletoads is just, it feels like it's pushing NES to its limits. And also the level design, how different the levels are from each other, and the fact that you can play with 2 players simultaneously, just like you can play Contra. It was just so much fun. A very difficult game, but I love it. So those 2 by far, I think. Other games that I enjoyed playing, I probably wouldn't enjoy RC Pro Am 2 nowadays so much, but when I was a child and we didn't have maybe better racing games, that was really good. Also a Rare game, I think. What else? Mega Man's, of course. I love Mega Man games. Especially, I think Mega Man's from 3 and 4. I think those were my favorites. Don't ask me any details about them because I always mix them. But I think Mega Man 5 was maybe not as good. Not totally, not horrible, but somehow not as good. And then Mega Man 1, I think it didn't have the slide in it, so it just I didn't enjoy playing it as much, and I don't remember if Mega Man 2 had it either yet. Someone who knows Mega Man's better than I do could correct me, but I very much enjoy Mega Man's. They're great games. Time. I might still have time for maybe 2 more rounds if we start fast. This is a shirt from QuakeCon 2016. They were handing out the shirts. I have one more T-shirt from QuakeCon that they gave to the people who attended the 20 years anniversary tournament. So that is actually a nicer T-shirt than this one, but I like this one as well. Nice to have Quake shirts. I used to, or I actually still might have Satan Explorer Clan T-shirt that is pretty cool as well. Demonarch, one of our members, designed it. It's a black shirt with a goat skull in it. That's a cool shirt, and with the Quake logo under the goat skull. That's a nice shirt. I like it. I've been wearing it a lot though, so it's showing its age already. But I don't know. Some T-shirts just get better and better the more you wear them. Okay, now we have a game in our hands. Bolt has joined. That means that I will actually have a decent teammate. Nice. For a change. Ah, yeah. Why am I random pick upping? It doesn't make any sense. Never or almost never makes good teams. Back in the old days when we have many good players playing mixes, random pickup worked better, but nowadays it's just better to handpick your teams. No, I don't understand Norwegian at all. We speak English with Recall. No Norwegian for me. Or even Swedish. With a bit of practice, I think I could do Swedish voice com, but with a bit of practice, now I wouldn't be able to do shit. Right, again the quad start. Let's see. Okay, it's Team Red. Hopefully Team Rocket Red. No. And it's enemy pen. How does it happen? How do we get Pent, go away. How do we get red, but no rocket? Okay, I got the yellow, that's nice. I ate the nade though, that's not nice. And a rocket. Decent start. And I will try to push this red. God damn, spawn, please. Oh, red is actually 8 seconds late. Now that leaves me in a shitty situation, because there's no way I can go and challenge this quad. Leopold died there, unfortunately. I just couldn't be there. I need this red. 7 late. Now I hope the quad will attack red. Maybe even through here. Dev sometimes goes through here. Nope. No! No! He just sits at yellow with 2 mates. Who does that? Like, yellow is totally under control. Why on earth do you sit there with LG quad instead of pushing for red? That is so beyond me. Okay, he got killed. That's what he deserves. I'm going to quad with this stuff. There will be probably mega rocket guy at quad, but not anymore. Okay, let's hope one more rocket will come. No? Okay, well 2 guys came. Probably not rockets though. Almost got away. Mega? I have double mega, which is quite rare in ZDNDM 3. That is the nade kill. Now I have to worry about that LG guy. I don't know if he actually had LG, but... Ah, that would have been Luke's LG, well... Oh, okay. My red now. Oh, nice rockets. Red is just in time for... Okay, there. God damn, I can't go there with the flood. I have to leave the LG back. Okay, well, fine. Discharge. I will get back. There you go. That serves you right. Was very lucky though. But... I hate discharges, it's just... I mean, it's part of this map. It's great that they are there, but... They got the rocket as well, that's bad. I should just start taking those rockets away, not save them for mates. Because it takes them too long to come for them. Do they have good timing on this? No, they don't. Luke might have actually had. Okay. 3 guys at quad. 3 enemies at quad, that is. And not a single mate. He failed the rocket jump. That's lovely. Now they will make it to red though, and they will get the pent. Yeah, enemy pent. Fuck this. Okay, red is 3 late. That sucks ass. Go away. 3 late red. I hope I can steal it. Was able to dodge the rockets. He should be weak. He should be weak. What is gone, I am afraid. Now we got the red. Red is like... right, still. Red. I killed 1 rocket. Another rocket. And I left the LG. Fuck! Oh, 2 rockets killed, 1 spawn killed, and then they spawned there both. Seriously sucked. I would love to get this squad, but unfortunately quite difficult. Squad come here. He would have, but he had a mate. Poor team. What? Was it an enemy rocket there, or enemy at yellow top? So, wow. LG 7 late. I'll try to remember that. And cells up here. I get the rockets. What? Why would you think that I come from there instead of here? It just keeps flooding the low path. I don't know. I'm assuming too much. Expecting too much. My opponents. Don't. Yes. MLG quad. Never good. Well, 26. I would love to have rockets. Have them here. Oh. All gone. Have any? Oh, so close! Almost flew up. I wonder if someone took the LG already. No, yeah. That was 26. I better go to... This is the problem. I left the LG to Stevens. And because of that I wasn't able to go to the quad. And... apparently he didn't go there either. What is 6 or 7 late? It's nice to have the timing. I don't have to waste my time too much there. And I will get this. 1 rocket dead. I will get another one. And that has to be one more. Yes, luckily we had the mates. Luckily we had the teammates this time to support. Yeah, he got the... So weak! And of course I don't spawn there. Okay. That was annoying. I don't have time to make it to the red with this LG either. This I have. That's one guy dead. We're able to get the yellow though. Nice rocket jump by Maldas there. This guy is weak. Killed. Nice. Okay. Oh, lost. Okay, one rocket dead in yellow. Third one dead at yellow. That is a rocket dead at yellow as well. Yeah, coming. Okay, yeah, Luke with 96 cells. Okay, that yellow action was quite good there. Okay, now the quad doesn't want to be here. Oh, sorry man. Yes, that's Dev's LG 200 kill. That is very good. He would have been able to deal some significant damage with that. At least with I bet you that this is Dev, yeah. No one else comes from yellow water to red like that. That doesn't make almost any sense. Stevens. Have to find that guy later somewhere. Here? That guy. It wouldn't have made any sense to push that guy so much. That's yes! Yes! That was a rocket guy. So good. So good. That's the free frag. And all thanks to that one death message, you just see that, okay, there's a fight. And then you see the death message. Okay then. Oh, I'm not able to go to quad anymore. Or, fuck it, I am. Huh? That's interesting. Good that I came back. Leave it to me. Thank you. You take the rocket. Should be there soon. Alright, that's good. That's good. That's really good. Rocket up! Rocket up! What are you doing, mate, there in the water? Why? I don't know. Yeah, weak rocket there. Hit that. Oh, it's our quad. Thank you, Stevens. Guy who always has a great stack. I'm taking this, I need the rockets. Well, okay. He would have needed it as well, but... Big? Did drop... Okay, did we get it? I think we did. And... fast reflexes for me. I would love to push the pent. Whoa! Was it the teammate who opened the pent while enemy was there? You have pent! What? Why do you take the yellow? You can't even die. Okay. I'll sit here then and hope that no one will rocket jump in or flood me from there. Alright, 2 perfect rockets. And fucking dev always with LG. That's why I should just go for the LG always. Quad, help quad. And yellow is lost as well. Everything is lost. You have a weapon and you wait for a while, not taking it, and then when I come, you actually steal it. Okay. Way to make your teammates furious. I will check Mega and hope it is there and go for the LG then. Hope I can make it in times. Alright then. Okay, that's good. Now it's a 5 frag game. And that is the red dead. I need the next red. Don't fucking take it. It can't be there in the water. I need it. Okay, he left. So quad is 12. Let's try that stupid trick again. He will come. Okay. Quad is 12. I still have time. I hope the Mega will be there. Yep. I have a lot of time to make it. I think we are safe here. I think... Yes! That's LG dead. Fuck you. With your discharges. So good at discharge, man. Hooray! Justice wins. No discharge victory for Dev. Whew. Let's see the team statistics. In 100 frags, that's always nice. We dealt just a bit more damage than they did. 200 more. That is pretty much nothing. Or that is nothing, you can say, you can put it that way. We got 14 quads out of 20, which is huge, and still we struggled to deal more damage. That is interesting. Mega healths were almost even, 21 for them, 17 for us. We won reds by far, by a huge margin, 34 to 21. That's very good for our team. Yellows were a lot closer. 23 for us, 28 for them. That is interesting because usually one side controls one of the armors and the other, but now it seemed like yellow was going back and forth, and we were able to get significantly more reds than they did. We killed 37 rockets, they killed 30, but maybe more importantly, we dropped 12. But we're able to transfer 6 of them. They dropped 14 and transferred only 2 of them, so that's 12 packs. 12 rocket packs for us and 6 for them. So they dropped basically twice as much as we did. Pents were even at 2-2. Here are some damage statistics. Luke with 6,000, Leopold 4,500, and Stevens at 6,000 as well. What I like about Stevens is that he goes for the armors and mega healths. He got 15 armors and 5 mega healths. I got 24 armors and 7 mega healths. Leopold 8 armors, 2 mega healths, and Book 10 armors and 3 mega healths. So Stevens was a lot more active with the armors than the other 2 in our team. I dealt 15,000 damage, which luckily was enough this time. Dev -9 gave quite a bit of damage, but he took even more. And he dealt 3,300 enemy weapon damage, which is good. So can't fault him for that. As annoying as his discharges were, he killed 9 rockets, which is actually not that much considering the fact that he went for those discharges a lot. Of course, the huge problem with a discharge is that you die yourself as well. So you lose all your stack. Quite often Dev discharged with a red. So I'm not a big fan of that. It hurts the opposing team, but it hurts himself as well. Okay, well, still he killed the most rockets in his team, which is good. They were actually quite even there. All the others killed 7 rockets. Then T dropped 7 rockets as well and only transferred 1. That is quite horrible. Baltas was on plus in the damage barely, but here is something interesting. Seer actually was at +7 and dealt so much more damage than he took. He gave 9,200 damage, 3,400 of which to enemy weapons, and took only 6,800. So he gave 2,400 more damage than he took. That is very good. Because we have Stevens who took 2,600 more than he gave. Then have Leopold who took over 3,000 more than he gave. And Luke who took 1,000 more than he gave. I gave 7,000 more damage than I took. So, and I was at +77 when our second best was Luke at -9. And their best player was Sir. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Difficult. Sir. At +7. So that's it. And just the funny thing is that their team stats or their individual stats don't look very exceptional. -9, +7, -39, -4. And I had +77, but still we won only by 25 frags. So it's relatively difficult to carry in this game sometimes. You have to play really well. Yeah, no, this is not the default HUD by any means, not even close. The default HUD is something very different. Many people think that my HUD is ugly. I think it's practical. That's why I use it. EasyQuake is just a client. You will need at least the pack files from the original Quake, or if you want to play with the server version of the game, then you can take the pack file from the server Quake, but you will miss some of the maps that you won't have. For example, let me think. I'm not sure if you have all the deathmatch maps in the server version. Well, anyway, you are missing something. Episode maps at least. Episode 2, 3, and 4. You won't have. You can install EasyQuake and execute my CFG and download my textures. Then you will have a Quake that looks very similar to mine. And find those there. And textures. There you go. So you can start with those, and you should end up with something that is quite similar to this. And the HUD items are there in the textures as well. The only thing that is probably missing is my gfx.wad, which changes the HUD a bit. Not by much, but there are probably some differences. I can upload that maybe later as well. Although maybe it's actually not necessary anymore, because I might have made this HUD work for QuakeCon. be able to play without my GFX.WAD, so might be not necessary. Okay, I think I should cook some food. I'm hungry and I need to visit the post office as well. So I think that's it for today. Maybe I will stream later, but probably not. Unless you have any questions, I take a break. I hope you enjoyed watching, and more will come. This was Quakeworld 4-4. A lot of fun. I still enjoyed a lot, and especially in custom maps. This is so much fun. I'm happy that we are playing this finally again. These maps are already pretty old or very old, but they haven't been played all that much, and people still don't know how to play them so well because people haven't enough chance. So I'm happy that we are doing it now. Join the 4-4 ladder. It seems like we will be getting a couple of more sign up soon, and hopefully the Russians will create a team as well. That would be wonderful. But catch you later. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, or some other day. See you.